What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. It's your boy Payne. Happy Sunday. Actually, to be honest with you, it's still, I think, Saturday night. I'm just pre-recording this, obviously, because I got family day tomorrow, Sunday. I might not be around as much as I normally am on the weekdays, but we will be doing a lot of live stream come Monday again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Charlotte comes out, so we'll be doing another testing live stream as well. I'm not sure if they're going to do another Korean live stream event. I doubt it, and I don't think we're going to have a CM Prism Sharp event as well too. So we as content creators will make up for that and give you guys a couple of live streams. At least I will on my part. So looking forward to that, guys. I'm looking forward to testing Charlotte. Now I do want to talk about a few different things real quick here. Number one, we're going to talk about Charlotte herself. Now there is a codex out. I want to make this absolutely clear because I know a lot of you guys have been like, Payne, she's in the codex. I've known she's in the codex for quite some time. Here's the thing. Whenever you look at a codex, two things to remember. Codexes can change, all right? So, and I'm being real with you guys when I say this. If you look back at the codex I did originally for Gunhee, the numbers actually changed the day it went live. It was crazy. They actually modified a lot of the things. Also, keeping in mind that a lot of the weapons we did, for example, if you look at some of the hunters here, actually, let me show you a perfect example of this. Park-Hee-jin, if you go to her dossier, right? Remember how they used to show her weapon, and her weapon says increases the ultimate damage of the team member with the highest total power by 5%? Well, this in the dossier before it came out live said all team members, ultimates. So the devs have this notorious way of changing things on the fly if they're not out. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I do want to talk about her and why I think, a lot of the concerns around Harper and Charlotte are valid, and why I think maybe people are looking at Charlotte differently than they should. So the reason why I say this is when we did our testing with Gunhee versus Harper, Gunhee came out on top almost every single time, right? As a single character. Now, I did say I would personally be waiting to summon for Harper, depending how well Charlotte plays out, because I wasn't sure if Charlotte was going to be the real DPS of the two, or if she's in fact going to be like a supporting cast member to make Harper better, right? So we're going to go through this together. We're going to kind of look through the entire thing and see what exactly she offers versus what Charlotte offers and how they kind of play off each other, and if it's actually a necessity. And another thing, the reason why I made the tier list without her in it and only Harper in it is not everyone is going to be summoning for both of them. Some people are going to settle just for the one. So it was my idea was to put the tier list together with Harper alone and then Charlotte alone, and then the two of them obviously together on the next tier list. So that probably makes the most sense to me, and that's why I did it the way I did it. But let's go look at this. We're gonna look at max stats here, and then we're gonna talk about everything that she does. Okay, so first off, let's look at her weapon. Weapon's pretty straightforward. Increases user's defense by 2%, increases the critical rate and critical hit damage of Take This, Harper, We Are One, and Harper Help by 4%. Now, this, if you go to max level, increases that by 24%. Now, I would imagine if we look at the skill that I believe is their ultimate, right? So let me just go back here. Take This becomes available using tier 3, and then when the user uses Take This, it increases the damage of Harper Help by 50%. So Harper Help is right here, and Take This is right here. Okay, so these are the skills that this weapon will modify. All right, so if we go back again, so damage of Take This, Harper, We Are One, and Harper Help. So it's pretty much all of her skills, right? So We Are One is this is Harper Help, and then this is Take This. Where's We Are One? We Are One, We Are One. I think that's what her ultimate becomes when she goes tier 3. There it is. There it is right there. So, to be honest, yeah, I feel like this weapon here is pretty essential, right? So, let's talk a little bit about now of what she does. So when the user uses dash, that dash becomes a chargeable skill, and the direction it goes can be controlled. So this is pretty much like letting her run, right? It's like when you hold it, you can just run. There's no just a single dash. When the dash attack mode is active, the user gains a shield equal to 20% of Charlotte's defense as long as the dash is active. So I guess while you're dashing, you're going to get yourself a shield is what I'm understanding here. Take This becomes available after using tier 3 basic attack 2 times instead of following the normal rules of charging the power gauge using skill and having no cooldown. So Take This becomes available. So Take This is this skill, I believe, right here. Oh, wait, this right here. This is our ultimate. When you use the basic attack 3 times. That's what I'm understanding here, right? Let me go back here again and read this. After using tier 3 basic attacks, tier 3 basic attacks 2 times. So what is, oh, it must be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. This has a 40-second cooldown. When the user uses take this, it increases the damage of Harper Help by 50% for 10 seconds. Like, I don't know about you guys, but she sounds like the DPS. Like, to me, she sounds like a lot more of a DPS than Harper does. I feel like this unit here is actually going to be the better of the 2 damage dealers. So the user's critical hit damage stat increases equal to 10% of the increased damage stat. Like, this all sounds crazy to me, like in a good way, like in a pretty crazy way. All right, so when the user uses tier 3 basic attack 1 time, take this becomes available rather than 2 times. That A1 is pretty insane. And then so it's a 20-second cooldown instead of a 40-second cooldown. When the user uses Isla's Dance, it increases dark damage by 15% for 20 seconds. Bro, this is crazy. These are some crazy numbers. Look at this, 4155. Okay, this is normal, right? But it explodes and does more damage. Take this does 5,704. I mean, her QTE, her regular support attacks, her like. I want to do a comparison with Gun He real quick. Okay, so let me jot some of these numbers down real quick, guys, so we have an understanding of what this looks like. So Charlotte's DPS, Charlotte numbers. So let's take a core attack level 10, right? If we take this level 10 and I move it over here. This was what? 1,184. This should give you an idea. If she's similar numbers to Gun He, and we know how strong he is, being defense spec right now, we can kind of take an assumption here that the damage output is going to be very similar, right? So 1897, 1897.5. We look at the Harper Help. This becomes 4,155, and then just take her alt right here, right? It's 5704.5. So alt 5704.5. Okay, let me go back here for a second, guys. I want to take a look at Gun He's. So if we take a look at his skills, we max them. Okay, let's take a look at the 1720. All right, let's do a little comparison here. So her core does more damage. 1737. Her skill 1 does more damage. 2425. Her Harper Help does double the damage, almost double the damage, and then his alt, her alt does more damage. Now, granted, he's a breaker. She's a DPS. She looks more of a DPS, so she looks like she's absolutely going to be the DPS of the 2. Like, by far. And if we're seeing him do those numbers, we can only imagine that she will also be doing some pretty insane numbers as well, too, right? So, let's keep going here. This is very intriguing. Okay, increases the user's defense by 12%. Again, that's very similar to Gun He's, but I believe Gun He's is an A4 for that. Take this, changes to Harper, we are 1, where Harper helps and increases the user's damage by 70%. That's nothing to scoff at, guys. That's a big amount. Basic attacks become faster and their damage increases by 60%. This is huge because the faster you do this, the faster you get your tier 3, the faster you can do your take this, right? So that's a pretty big one for A4. And then A5, when the user uses their basic attack and activates the Dull Gratitude effect, increases the damage of Harper, we are 1, and Harper Help by 8%. Infinite, oh my god, stacks up to 15 times? Bro. That is crazy. So I'm almost confident to say that this unit here is the true shining star between the 2 of them. I really do feel like Charlotte is going to be the shining star. Now, the question becomes, do they need each other? From what I'm seeing, they don't need each other. Like, this is a big amount of increase of damage, but it's not a necessity. So I feel like Charlotte is actually a lot less expensive than Harper in regards to her usability. I feel like A1 is going to be good for her, for Charlotte, and she'll shine with this just because it, number one, takes away half of the requirement to get your ultimate up and cuts it by half, and also increases the dark damage when using Isla's Dance. And that, I believe Isla is their teacher, I would imagine. So, I mean, this unit is crazy. So I think Charlotte is going to be definitely the shining star between the two of them. So I may have not gone for Harper on my free to play, but I might very well after my testing go for Charlotte, because I do think she is absolutely going to be the better of the two units. So there you guys go. Let me know what you guys think. I haven't seen Alpha Leaker's leak of the gameplay, to be honest. I wanted to kind of save that for myself. I've noticed that some of the leaks coming out have obviously been changed or manipulated by Netmarble after the fact, and it's kind of confused me a little bit in terms of my own like expectations. So I almost want to just wait. But this is an official game description of everything that's going on, and if they change her last minute, I'll be shocked. They're only going to make her better. But what I'm saying right now, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with, and may in fact end up being the top DPS in the game from all these numbers that we just saw. Right? So very curious to see how this goes, but I feel like I might actually be pulling for this unit. Harper was not a problem to skip for me because we have Gunn. He is an amazing breaker and he's just better overall. But Charlotte might actually be a necessity for meta DPS. Just meta DPS. You can skip her if you don't care about that, right? By all means. But I want to give my input at least from what's out currently now. All right, guys. This is Payne. Please let me know in the comment sections what you guys think. I think this is crazy. Again, if you compare her to Gunhe's numbers, she pretty much she beats him in every single category. The only thing that Gunhe really does well is his weapon is going to obviously help light damage overall, but her weapon is nothing, is not small. It's huge. It does more defense for her, plus it increases the attack or critical hit and critical hit damage of all of her main skills by 24%, which is a lot of percent to add on top. Not to mention her skills already do that all the way across the board. All right, guys, thank you again for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'm curious. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.